So, the washroom again. We have done this map several times because there is an annoying achievement that was not reliable about giving you the ding. So you have to clean the toilets last. And there was a certain sequence to it. There is a guide on Steam that will outline what it is. So I did some testing. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, and I already have the achievement, so I can't really demonstrate it properly. But I'll basically do the same sort of thing as I would have. I'll leave them till last. And I believe the idea was you kind of... I think the one that's closest to the entrance is the one you have to do last. Oh, these are really annoying angles. That's one thing I remember. Trying to do these curved tunnels is quite annoying. It's also hard to tell how heavy the dirt is on some parts of it. So, because some of the maps, like the temple map, the dirt on that was really pronounced. And they changed the playground one so that the dirt was much more pronounced. But this is much more the subtler style of dirt again. Or grime or whatever. And it's kind of annoying, the difference is that it's just so much more subtle. Certainly doesn't help this map's reputation. It's one of the most annoying ones. It's not the biggest, but it is really fiddly. There's just a few elements where you end up going, what still needs to be cleaned? But it's no subway. That's gonna be the worst. Well, maybe not the worst, but it'll probably take the longest. I don't think we've already done the subway, have we? I honestly can't remember. I had a feeling that came later. So I think the subway was my longest overall level in early access, even though that's when I got the Pro Washer, I think. I've watched other people do it so much that I've forgotten whether I've done it again myself. So work our way down. Ah, you see, there's this whole wall section here I completely missed, and it wasn't obvious that it needed cleaning. Until you look down the bottom and you can see all of the dirt here. I mean, honestly, we should probably start from the other end and work our way down towards the entrance, but whatever. I do like the tiles. Like, it's a... The textures on this map are quite nice. It's just an annoying map. Lots of really annoying angles. Just these curved hallways are just so irritating. A large part just because you can't get good distance on them, so it's a lot of just looking around. And that makes it easier to miss things. It's just all so cramped. Okay. And once again, it would be nice if there was some delineation between, like, tunnel wall, tunnel roof line or something. The archway is separate, at least. Do some vertical lines, easy to get consistent on these. Though it seems we're missing a bunch of stuff at the bottom. Probably because it was too far away. See, now it's really close to being done, but I'll just... There we go. Missed some little spots. So actually I was more diligent than I thought on a lot of that. I thought I was going to have to go back and tab it up to see what I'd missed. So the floor apparently is not yet done. Oh, yeah, I can see some smudges. It's just really hard to see some of these bits. There we go. Another little bit. Still not everything, apparently. What else have I missed? Trying to avoid overly using tab if I don't have to, but there we go. Okay, so just a bunch of random crap that I couldn't even see. Thanks, game. Apparently the door is not done to satisfaction either still. That's the door frame. Oh, it's probably the grate. Yeah. Okay. And now we've got to do another one down the other end. That's the other annoying thing with this level, is I feel they could have just made it half the size that it actually is. Did they really need to make it double-ended? Because it's just the same, both sides. Yeah, this map is too big, exactly. It's like, oh, it's just, you know, the corridor goes in and oh, there's the washrooms. Oh, wait, there's another half. Why is there another half? It's the same as the subway, right? You could just cut it in half and just have one line going through instead of it being a double platform. And it wouldn't make any big difference to the gameplay. They just made it too big. Like, I've got nothing against large maps. I quite like some of the larger maps. The playground is fine. The treetops, much as it took me 2 sessions to finish, is fine. Because there's a lot of variety in those. They're big, but there's a lot going on. But this one, it's when half of it just feels like it's just duplicated. You just get the feeling of it being too big. No powder there. Yeah, Tori really hates this map. I don't mind it. It is definitely larger than it needs to be. So the subway is the worst one, in my estimation. Because yes, this one is annoying and some of the angles are annoying, but I like there being more of the small elements of things. There's more to have to clean. The thing with the subway is you've just got a massive wall either side. You've got all of the rails that you've got to go the whole distance, whole length of. You've got the platforms. It's just lots of big features. Big, boring features. So the subway is my personal least favorite. And then there's the gnome fountain, which is one of the special maps. That's also like twice as big as it needs to be. And that one is it's not my least favorite, mainly because it's a special map, so it's kind of, you can just ignore it. But it is one of the biggest disappointments because it's a really cool map. It's just too big. Don't see myself enjoying this game to play it. Yeah, it's definitely one of those acquired taste sorts of things, or niche taste sorts of things, I guess. I really enjoy it because it just scratches that itch in my brain of just immediate feedback, basically. Like, you know, it was dirty, now it's clean. And I find that pleasing. Yeah, it's hard to explain, and it's certainly not the sort of thing I feel that just anyone would pick up and run with, but personally I find that really pleasing. And it's a lot easier than doing the cleaning yourself in real life. Because I do get the same sort of satisfaction out of cleaning things in real life to an extent, but it's a lot more hard work. Get much more sore from doing things in real life. The aim mode definitely makes this map more tolerable, because the other problem with it being everything all really close is that if you don't have aim mode turned on, you're just having to move your viewpoint so much all the time that it's honestly a bit nauseating for people who get motion sick. So the aim mode really helps a lot, that you can just be static, keep your view static. I was just thinking I had to shovel the drive 4 times in 2 days and snow removal simulator would be similar to this. Apparently that's scheduled for a 2023 release date, because of course it is. Yeah, of course one exists. It is now that sort of meme where, yeah, there is almost a simulator game for everything. I mean, I keep meaning to get back to lawn mowing simulator as well, but I want to finish this one off again first, before I jump across to that. Power washing the fence in real life was satisfying. Yeah, I have a power washer in real life. I still haven't actually used it. I did get it out of its box. I just still haven't actually plugged it in and turned it on and done anything. There's some concrete out the back, and there's just the driveway as well that could do with being done. But yeah, just haven't made time for it. At the end of the day, I don't care too much about things looking clean, so I shouldn't have bothered with it, to be honest, but it was on special. I thought, yeah, I should get that, because I should want to keep things cleaner. I just haven't bothered. Need to, when I do crack it out, I need to rig up like my tripod with my phone gimbal so I can do a power simulator in real life recording. Okay, tunnel wall. Ah, done first time. Perfect. That's always pleasing. That's the other part of this, is that it is a bit of a challenge game. Quite apart from my self-imposed challenge with the basic washer and stuff, it's also just a case of... I like to try and do things in one thing without having to go back and pick up features like I did for that floor back there. I like to feel that I've been methodical enough that I can just get the ding straight away. Doesn't always work out. But there we go, got the archway first time, that's nice. So now I can start working my way back. Oh, there's the new job, that'll be the helter-skelter job. That's going to be a big one as well. Oh, we've got mold. Oh, that's right, this dude wants to turn this into a nightclub or something. He's weird. Ugh. See, I may have done this one a few times, but the last time I was doing it, it was with the Pro Washer, because I just wanted to do it quickly for the achievements. And now I know just how much ingrained stains and stuff there are that I was just doing really quickly with the Pro Washer. That is going to take me a long time with this one. Oh well. Steel girder, I think. Yeah, you do from this side as well. Yeah, a little bit more it seems. What am I missing on that steel girder? Nothing now. Classic. Oh, this one is filthy. Okay. Red nozzle time. Take it slow. This map might take longer than I thought. I knew it wasn't going to be quick. But this is anything to go by? Just every time we have to crack out the thin nozzle, it just slows way down. Also, I should actually be using like an extension. Because the width of the red nozzle doesn't really change significantly. Using an extension immediately gives you like a power boost to it. You can also then just use the turbo. Though with the turbo you've then got to go slower. But sometimes that's a good thing because it kind of forces you to go slower. So that you don't create just little loops over everything. Which means you're more likely to actually clean what you're intending to. Though I think that might be affected more by the extension you use. Well, at the end of the day, like, taking it slow, going steady across these, the amount of time that you spend having to do this, it's not hugely different to the amount of just walking around you have to do in some other games like RPGs and stuff, where you just spend so much of your time just traveling from place to place. It's rare to have a game that has no downtime whatsoever. Maybe some FPSs, but a game with no downtime just gets exhausting anyway. In many respects, this has always felt like almost a bit of a puzzle game, because you're just having to problem solve your approach to things, you know, which nozzle you use, the angle you take. I'm fairly sure I can't cut through this with the yellow even if I go slowly, can I? Well, maybe I can. But I have to go like super slowly. I mean, that's kind of worked. It's like using a laser. But it's like, which is faster, doing that or just doing this back and forth a bit more? Don't think it makes a huge difference either way. I do have to keep remembering to actually use the right click to just have it turned on so I'm not constantly holding down the right click button. Oh yeah, there's a pipe here too, isn't there? A lighting conduit. feel this half of the washroom is also dirtier than the other half. We'll find out, but that was my impression. Just comparing the entrance tunnels, if nothing else. Don't know why I'm doing the girder first when I should really be doing the roof, but whatever. Doesn't make much difference, gotta do them both. Okay, that steel girder is very close to done now, so that's good. Control box there as well, why not? Okay. So now for the steel girder, it's pretty much just this side. Just gotta stand in one of the urinals. There we go. This lighting conduit must be pretty close to being done as well. What's remaining on this light switch? There's the conduit done. The top. Cruel that they make you do the top. Okay. Let's just do it section by section. Just do our reverse coloring in. Gotta say, this game is predominantly tolerable with the right music playing as well. That's the other thing. The fact that there is no native in-game soundtrack to this is really strange to me. I mean, it does just let you play whatever you like, which is also useful, but I am surprised there isn't at least something. Like, House Flipper gets that right. They've got a very basic, ambient, not particularly obtrusive soundtrack that plays while you're doing the missions. And, yeah, it's nothing special, it's nothing fancy, but it's inobtrusive, and it just kind of... it provides a little bit of context to what you're doing. I'm surprised they didn't do something like this. Something like that for this. But you definitely need to have something in your ears while you're doing this. Or I do anyway. If it wasn't Pretzel, it would be like game soundtracks or something. Okay, that's that half pretty much done. We're probably going to have to redo it a bit. The lighting for this is kind of weird. It's not actually coming from the light itself. They did redo the lighting at one point in the game. I feel that maybe it was after this point. And that's another point where I've been a little bit disappointed by the game, is that they've made changes to some levels or later in the game, but they haven't actually retrofitted them necessarily back to older levels and earlier parts of the game. It's kind of strange. Like, before you release something, you'd think you'd do a leveling pass, essentially, to make sure that everything is consistent, but it seems they couldn't be bothered. It would be nice if the lighting was a bit adaptive, like when you cleaned a window, it just, the ambient brightness of the room went up. That would be kind of nice. What am I missing with the window frame? That, apparently, I don't know what, but that. Yeah, once again, I feel that this map might become the longest one, not because it's big, just because of everything you need to do with this washer. But then if something like the subway has this sort of ingrained stains across the walls as well, then that will regain the throne quite easily. Go a little bit slower and see if we get things straight away. Nope, still didn't get the frame immediately. Yeah, I think turbo helps a bit. Now I'm fairly sure the cistern pipe and cistern and stuff over this side for the urinals does not count in terms of the achievement for cleaning the toilets last. Though when I was aiming to get those that achievement, I did leave these to part of the amount that I did last as well. Just in case. So it's something to bear in mind. Oh, this wall is so close to being done. There's a lot of little bits around the windows that I think are still not complete. What more is there on the cistern pipe? Well, I can't really get in behind it. Where's the wall? Okay, that was all it took. The cistern itself must be pretty close. Yep. Ceiling panel. It's not really a panel, is it? Yeah, I was hoping that maybe just the yellow would do it, but there's all the mold again. Soap would work against this a bit, but I'm not using soap in this run. We have the attachment for it, but we're not using it. actually less useful than you'd think anyway. Because it's just such a splattery approach. Okay, what is there left of that panel? It's going to be more bits like that, isn't it? And I can see just bits by these cistern pipes as well. Oh, it's being brutal about this. Just tiny little bits that all add up. And they're barely noticeable. I just do tab there. And it's just like tiny bits that you can barely see. And it'll be like that the whole way along, probably. Yup. Apparently this light isn't even done? Oh, okay. Well, there's the ceiling panel. And there's the light. Good. But wait, something else showed up there. Oh, these cistern pipes aren't fully done yet? Ah, it was that one. I was going to say, I'm sure that dinged. It was the other one. Okay, well that's a very small amount done. This might be another multi-parter. Did not expect that. It's like playing a weird game of tic-tac-toe. And from the other way now. Yep. Sure enough. It's not nearly as done as I would like it to be. There. Whew. Slow and steady. Just ending up with tiny little bits here and there, just at the kind of edges of where the nozzle ends up. That is the upside of just going slowly with the turbo, is that it tends to then describe a thicker track and you're more likely to get all of the bits that you want. The other thing is the ceiling is kind of large enough that you'd hope that it would be more forgiving, but I don't know, some of these pieces haven't been. The amount we had to go hunting for the sake of the ceiling panel and the wall. Yeah. That's the other thing that contributes to this map being pretty ruthless. Just seems to demand that you do so much more. Okay, so first we do these sides. Right. Now, crossbeam. Crossbeam. So that goes slowly. I really need to put my coffee on the left-hand side so I can reach it while I'm doing things. Right, now we need a turn. Now we face the other way. At least we don't have to scrub these. One moment. And we want to go this side. And it's still not digging for me. This side. There we go. Gotcha. See that I've missed little bits, but we'll just let that slide for now. He says, going over and as soon as I see them, it starts to bother me. I was going to leave them until after I'd finished, but which I should do more often, because sometimes, hey, it might just be forgiving and it'll just ding and I don't have to go hunting. But, you know. Okay, so we're gonna have to go hunting now anyway. Part of it might be these bits in here, actually. There we go. Good. We are making some progress. It is not fast progress, but it is progress. Hey, this ceiling appears to be being cleaned by just the yellow nozzle, so that's a start. And that's the thing with these sorts of maps, is that they'll go quicker so long as I can just use a normal nozzle. As soon as I have to start resorting to the red or turbo to clear things off, that's when it just slows way down when using just this washer. But this is much more encouraging. There we go. Immediate ding on that one. Seems weird to be power washing an electrical appliance, but okay. Now what is missing on these? A little bit underneath. This one's going to be right over here probably. Yeah. Far corner. Get some dinner ready, enjoy the dings. Thank you very much. Enjoy your dinner. You'll be lurking? Well, then you can enjoy the dings too. Ah, graffiti, of course. Just had to be paint, didn't it? Yeah. At least the rest of the wall is cleaning off okay, but... And at least we can see exactly what's dirty because of the graffiti. We don't have to guess. We just need to basically follow the lines. We just got to trace it. This is now art class. Get your tracing paper. The basins I remember being really annoying as well, just for the angles that you need to get in behind them. Does this even say anything intelligible? It says funk. How is a porcelain basin moldy? I ask you that. I mean, the answer is it's probably not porcelain, it's probably just plastic, so I guess that would do it. It's got a nice shine to it though, once you finish it. Okay, that's the bottom done, we'll have to do the inside as well. Right. Graffiti time. It's good hand-eye coordination exercise, that's for sure. It's like one of those things where you've got to follow the wire and it'll buzz if you touch it, or something like that. Well, at least the taps are easy to get. That's some 3 quick dings to make us feel a little bit better. Now, freshly energized, we can move on to the next bit of graffiti. It's annoying when the graffiti lines are thick, so you can't just go over them once. Almost there on this wall. I hope the other half of the washroom isn't as bad. I seem to remember this being the worst half. But this is why we have a good soundtrack going. So close to being done, but apparently I've missed too much. Ah, that's a shame. It's not even that obvious. But if I do tab... No, it's not even that obvious. I was not wrong. Did I miss a bit behind the basin somewhere? No? Not really. I can't even stand on the basins to clean them. That's annoying. That's the other annoying thing with this one, is just the angles you have to get to, where it's like, let me stand on the basin then. But it doesn't. And so cleaning the inside angle becomes really annoying. You just gotta kind of jump and hope. One. There we go, all three. Now, the wall. Definitely see some spots. But they're not significant. But the amount that it's missing seems much more significant. Oh, hang on. The bottom bit here. Is that like mold? No, apparently that's graffiti. It does not look like graffiti. It just looks like mold. But just along the bottom of the wall, it seems. Ah, there we go. That did not look like graffiti at all. Try and clear it away from the sinks towards the central area. Good cleaning tip there. Spread it towards where there's drains. Okay, and miss a big bit while I do it apparently. There we go. Nice. Okay, more graffiti on this wall. But let's just clean over it first. Wow, are they mocking us? $W for life? Now, is there any graffiti that's not actually graffiti that we need to clean up off of this wall once we're finished? Actually, yeah, it does look like the whole bottom of the wall is still stained. There we go. Now we know what to look for. The back side of that. Okay, now the inside of where the lighting conduit is. Which we probably just want to do none, and we probably want to turbo it to really get underneath. Sure enough, there's the conduit done, that's nice. Can we get away with just the yellow, please? Because I feel that we might. Yes. Excellent, thank you. Why these bits are not as bad when the central part of the roof had so much mold on it, I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Finally, got thrown a bit of a bone on that one. Archway's got some fun designs on. I see lots of graffiti down in the other part as well. Okay. So we can do the stalls without doing the toilets themselves. Come on, hinge. Do I need to get underneath? No. Inside. Okay. Cool. Once again, at least these appear to all be just a case of I can use the yellow. So that's nice. Good. Further along, the keyboards. What about them? Private dance floors. This guy's funny. Do you notice the neighbour's been hanging around outside a bit, looking at stuff? I wonder if they got a bit of flood damage in their place. Their garage is kind of lower level than ours. I'll go over and ask about that later. Oh, we shouldn't be doing the cisterns. Actually, I think the cisterns are probably fine. Yeah, it's just the toilet bits themselves, that's right. So yeah, the cistern is fine. As is the pipe. I'm fairly sure when I got the achievement for this level, it was just there's the toilet lid, the toilet bowl, and the toilet seat. And those are the things that I left until last. And I eventually got the achievement. after doing them in the correct order. It's just all these little bits of mold everywhere that just slow me down so much. Still. Do a pass with the yellow first so I can see what I'm dealing with. Then worry about pulling out the turbo or the red. %41% through the map. Certainly taking a little while. I was hoping to be over halfway done by now, even when I started. Right, we kind of want to just finish each wall as we come across it, so I'm not having to double back or anything. Doesn't seem to be shifting very quickly, does it? There we go. Good. We're gonna have to get right in behind here as well. There's the cistern done. Again, that's safe to do. But you can leave all of the cistern bits till last as well if you so wish. What is there more on the cistern pipe though? Because you can't put the lid down or anything, I don't think. No. The other annoying thing about this map is just how some of the features just seem to be so demanding about what you do and what angle you do them on. Like, what is there that this cistern pipe needs? Nothing shows up when I hit tab, really. Nope. But it's probably, like, through the seat like that, maybe? No. Still not giving... Oh, there we go. Whatever it was, I got it eventually, but it was not clear at all what it was still demanding of me. And now this wall is going to be similarly demanding. There's a bit there. Some bits up here. Oh yeah, the ceiling panel also isn't done yet. Okay. But why? There's just tiny little bits here and there, it seems. Barely perceptible, it feels. Yep, apparently there's some more in the corner that we've missed. Whoever designed this level and was responsible for the dirt placement is a sadist. Simple as that. Let's keep having them have mold, and let's keep hiding bits in places that you can't even see. Nice. Door frame I haven't done the outside of yet, so that won't clean immediately. That's a really weird, dull noise from the cleaning of that one. Okay. Let's get the floor done as well. Find out the areas that I need to go over with the reds. Because, of course, apparently tiles get moldy. This is why you have a glaze. Like, it's reflective once I clean it, so clearly it's got some sort of coating. It should have meant that it wasn't as ingrained as all that. Got no issue with mold being on, like, unpainted wood. But on shiny tiles, not so much. Oh yeah, the wall still isn't done. Yep, just the subtlest little things. There we go. And now the floor. Again, the subtlest little things. Areas that I thought that I had gone across. But apparently not well enough. Just need to go over every single bit of it slowly with the red nozzle, it turns out. And even then you'll still miss things apparently, because I was just going over this and apparently it wasn't good enough. If I have trouble seeing it with the naked eye, it feels a little bit rude to count it against me. There we go. Finally. Right. That's just one of them. There's 4. Oh, that'll want me to do the inside as well. That's fine. Nice. Finally got a straight thing. Those I'd already done the other side of, so that helps. This I'll still need to do the other side. Did we get the lengths of the light switch? Yes, good. Start the light, perhaps. Nice. And now the conduits. The ceiling, which hopefully won't be too punishing for me. A lot of it comes down to just the angles of the bit underneath the lighting conduit, I think. Ah, that one was forgiving. Thank you, oh merciful ceiling panel. The cistern, however, is still not done. Okay, just a little bit at the top. Okay, now the height. Which I'm going to struggle to get a good angle on again. Let's just do the back wall, shall we? I don't see any mold on this one, so that's nice. The map designer was lenient on this one, it seems. The guy who liked mold took a day off. Still not giving it to me, but... Oh, system pipe was easy then. So, what have I missed on the wall? Because that's looking pretty clean. I'll be honest, it's looking pretty clean. Apparently not clean enough. That bit was on the left wall. Genuinely trying to see, like, without hitting tab, trying to see what defects I can see against the reflection that indicates an area has not been cleaned. And I am struggling to see anything. Okay, so now if I hit tab, yeah, there's nothing. It was behind the cistern, because of course. This one is so much quicker than the last one. It'll be interesting to see how long this one is taking me compared to the last one that had all of the mold on it. Where this one so far has just had a few annoying instances of weird angles, but nothing in the way of mold that needs to be scoured away. We haven't done the hinges completely yet. One of them done, apparently. There we go. Nice. So much easier when they don't have mold. I don't mind a bit. I don't mind when it's justified, like on the toilet seat and stuff here. That's where you're justified in having a bunch of mold. But just on the tiled walls and stuff? I don't know, eh? I'm not sure about that one. Now what are we missing on this floor? Apparently something, but I couldn't actually see what it was. I was just spraying across in the expectation that it would give it to me at some point. If it's not giving me something, I kind of want to know. Like, I should be able to look at it and go, oh yeah, I missed that. We didn't even get like a little step stool or anything in this one, I don't believe. You have no equipment at all to do this one. Just having something just to stand on to get a better angle on the tops of these bits would be so useful. Apparently the topper is still not done. It was in the seam, apparently. So it would seem. Now, rust on here I can totally agree with. That was the ledge, but not the urinal itself. Ah, I remember now. You've got to get underneath this bit. No, apparently not enough. Ah. Right. Now this footplate, again, perfectly understandable. This is super rusty. Nice. One down. Nope, still not enough for the topper. Apparently that spreader did not have rust on it at all, because it just cleaned straight away. So that's handy. But we are apparently missing bits on both the topper. That'll be the seam again, probably. Yep. There we go. Very demanding on the seams. Ledge, and once again, crack out the red for the rust. Why do they have to be so many urinals? Seriously, they've got 4 cubicles total, but 4 urinals each side. Definitely twice as big as it needs to be. If nothing else, like, one of the sides should have no urinals, but stalls along the other side, because it would be like the women's. Surely? And have like a door in between instead of an archway, so it's like a service door only. Otherwise, what's the point in having 2 sides to it? And 2 separate entrances? Doesn't make much sense. Once again, oh no, the top is clean on this one. What's the actual urinal needing? It's the ledge. So what's this requiring? Is it just the seam again or something? One of them? No. It looks clean underneath here as well. Okay, so what am I missing? Ah, right at the back there. There we go. Okay, so for doing the top, we should probably get closer to get a better angle on doing the top. And then we can back away again for the other aspects. The topper is still not completed. There we go. This one has rust on it again. Bit inconsistent which of the spreaders has rust and which doesn't. Would have expected all of them to. Or none of them. Like, if they're made of something that doesn't rust, great. Then none of them should. Ledge. Oh, I didn't do the footplate for this one. We are over halfway, so there's that. Percentage-wise, at least. Going too quickly. There we go. Nice. Okay. That's them. Floor. Please don't have mold inexplicably on the tiles. Instead of doing it like, I don't know, it's a bit of a balance. Instead of focusing down specific things when I run into mold, I almost just need to keep going with the yellow washer. Do what I can with it. And then just go around with the red or turbo and just pick up the rest. But it's kind of nice having breaks where it's a case of, yes, I actually complete the feature and then move on. Should be the floor almost done. But apparently not quite. Oh yeah. Went a bit too quickly over some spots, looks like. But again, it's like super hard to actually tell what I've missed. Okay, so there's some lines that I've missed there, apparently. But they seem to be like in the shadow of the thing above, so I couldn't even really see them clearly. Okay, moaning aside, let's just move on to the other half. So apparently we're over halfway done in terms of percentage, but that'll be because of the other entrance tunnel, presumably. And here's more graffiti. And mold. Wants to serve soft drinks out of the urinals. Okay. Dude's a funny chap. Filthy, yes. You're not right. Or not wrong, rather. You are right. Archway done. Would be nice. I know there's some designs on the other side still. There's a gnome. It's so obnoxious, this bit that goes the whole way around. Instead of following the zigzag, I'm just doing the whole area. Just back and forth to wipe out those little dots as well. Alright, still a little bit there. We'll see how relevant that becomes. Goodbye, Mr. Gnome. Right. Let's get rid of this filth. Which, yep, I have to go slower over because otherwise it's not actually cleaning it properly. Back and forth we go. Even now I'm going a little bit too fast in some bits, it seems. Now, some of it was on the wall, and then other bits was on the archway. The archway is so close to being done. There we go. Thank you. Bit of floor there. Okay, now this is the wall instead that had the rest of the graffiti on it. How demanding is it going to be for that? It would appear quite. Okay. And we've got mold again. And more graffiti, this time in an even more annoying place, because again, we can't get a good angle to be able to look down on that, and we don't have a step ladder to be able to clean it, so we're just gonna have to just hope that we can clear it away. That's a stupid place to put it. Level designers, that's really stupid. But whatever, we shall get on to that. Let's just do the same sort of things I did to start with on the other side, and just clear away like these girders and the ceiling before we move on to the rest. Okay. How moldy is the ceiling? Because that was really bad on the other side. This seems to be more the floor, or the walls rather. Okay. Ceiling, comparatively forgiving. That's nice. I am glad. This tune reminds me of I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue. And mold again. The roof wasn't moldy, but for some reason this wall is. It's just rather inconsistent, isn't it? It's strange. You would expect it to be both. If it was going to be either. Oh, that's the steel girder done, that's good. Now we just want to make sure that we get the bit of the ceiling that's on the inside. Oh, light conduit also apparently done. I guess we got a lot of spillover from when we were doing the girder from the other side. I just wanted to make sure that we get the bit of the ceiling that's underneath that conduit. Right. Yes, thankfully this is also not moldy. Light, please. Thank you. It's not moldy, but it is tenacious still. And we know that we need to get a good angle on the side of the cistern, otherwise it won't get things that are in behind it. Both at the top and the back. There we go. And got the pipe immediately as well. Nice. That's cool. Learning from experience. There's a bit of a gap between the conduit there that I want to make sure that I get in behind. Ceiling panel is almost done. This light with weird lighting is almost done. There we go. Okay, and once again, what have we actually missed in terms of... There we go, the ceiling fan must have just been a little bit of something behind one of the pipes. Why is the system pipe not finished? That's the one that goes all the way along, isn't it? Why are you still dirty? There's nothing on this side. Who knows? We'll just continue cleaning the wall and hope for the best. Another awkward bit of graffiti on the side of this, looks like. Great. Light switch is still dirty. There we go. Conduit is done. Random mold just on this wall again. Oh, and this wall continues all the way across here as well. So it's not going to give me the ding anytime soon, because this is all mouldy as well. Whereas I seem to remember the wall on the other side was actually alright. We got the archway at least. Ceiling seems fine. Back of the steel girder. The conduit, that's good. Lights. Good. Ceiling. Let's see if we can clear that away. Do the back end of the back side of that girder as well. Thankfully they decided not to give the steel girder mold, even though they'll give all of the tiles mold. Okay, well, I guess we may as well get started on this. Oh, there's the ceiling done, that's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it kind of makes sense you'd have stuff growing on the wall, especially underneath the dryer. But one, it looks like they meant to put a third dryer here, but didn't. So that's interesting. And two, it should have been the same on the other side, and I don't believe it was. So it's kind of... just make it more difficult, but half the size, and I'd have less qualms about the map than I do. But too late now. That's the sort of feedback to have given an early access, and I'm fairly sure I did at the time. Ding, and pop underneath to get that one. There we go. That's the washers done. Little bits on the wall still outstanding. Once again, it's like stuff that's barely visible. But enough to punish me for, it seems. Bits over this side as well. I think it's probably some here. It's just little bits, yeah. Little bits that are not particularly visible. Yep. Gonna give it to me anytime soon? Maybe? If you feel like it? Just gonna make me clear away, yeah, really insignificant, barely visible things again. Cool, thanks. Well, I got the frame and the window cleaned perfect this time. Even though they were much more of a struggle on the other side, so go figure. Cistern pipe. Now, it's the one behind, I'm fairly sure, and I still don't know why it hasn't given it to me. Oh no, it's that one. And apparently that was all that it took. Okay. Alright. Was that close to going. The graffiti on these urinals is so annoying. Okay, so the washroom wall is almost done. But I'm guessing it's these bits around the windows. Yep. That I had a terrible angle to try and get. Okay, then these urinals are going to be so annoying because of all of the graffiti. And mold. But let's just get what I can. Clear off the worst first. Seems to alternate so much in terms of like what's hard and what's easy on these walls and stuff. Like the other side, this bit was fine, but this side's a tragedy. Okay, on to the red. Well, I'm not getting this one done by 1 o'clock like I'd like. So we to do it by 1, which is in quarter of an hour's time, so then I could just stop for lunch, but we're going to be going a bit hungry today, because I do want to finish this. We're 25% of the way to completion. Don't really want to do another 2-parter just for that. So... but we will need to take a short break. For family reasons. At 1 o'clock. These are just doing the whole wall with this. try and take it slowly. Get the taps at least. Wouldn't be so bad, except I just know how demanding they are about getting every bit spotless instead of it being more forgiving than normal. More forgiving normally, should I say. Okay, it's third tap done. I should finish off this wall before doing the next one along, probably. Not a fan of the idea of basically getting prone down flat on a filthy bathroom floor. Wonder how much of the kind of lack of tuning or inconsistent tuning of the mold and stuff on these sorts of levels is just because by this stage you normally are using a much more powerful washer and you just won't even notice that it's there. Like when I did this one in early access the first time round, I'm fairly sure that I would have just breezed past all of this with just the yellow nozzle. I mean, one of the reasons that I'm doing this basic challenge is just because it does make it a bit more interesting again. Yes, it's frustrating sometimes, especially when there's inconsistencies, but it does make it a little bit less brain dead than just using the yellow washer all the time. Just the yellow nozzle, that is, all the time on the heavy duty or pro washers. And it just breezes through pretty much everything. You just don't really need to change. You hardly have to think. The only thing you need to swap really is the extensions for getting further away. Beyond that, it was, yeah, pretty straightforward. So it is at least highlighting that, hey, there's actually things that you have to think about. Have to do things with a lot more care and precision. I just wish it was more consistent, but yeah, I wonder if the reason it isn't is simply because they didn't expect you to be doing this. By now, you should have the heavy-duty washer at minimum, and therefore the only reason that you would run into the mold is that it's almost like a reminder if someone is trying to just breeze over with the green or white nozzle, then it's a reminder of, yeah, no, you need to use a different nozzle. But yellow does pretty much everything. Oh yeah, this wall is still not done. Well, last time we found it was just because there was stuff at the bottom that we hadn't picked up, but that was when it was graffiti, and I've been much more thorough about the mole this time round. Well, apparently just swiping lazily across it is all that it took, so... Another one of those silly Insecto Symphonia bits of music, which, yeah, do not fit the calming cinematics soundtrack whatsoever. I don't know who does these soundtracks on Pretzel, but yeah. I think we might just need to pump up the energy a notch. Where's my cursor gone? There it is. Chill EDM instead, huh? Let's see what we get with this one. Need to go slower with the red nozzle, it seems. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Tell you what, I just need to find a video of just, or a thing of some of the Persona soundtracks. I've been playing Persona 4 recently. Not the sort of game I would bother streaming because it's long and there's a lot that you have to do with it. I've just been playing it idly while doing other things mostly. But the soundtrack is great. Very catchy. Okay, and mole time. So those two walls are completely done. Good. Never remember to drink as much as I should when I'm streaming at the best of times, but especially when I'm doing this because I use both my hands more often. It's not like Truck Sim where I can just drive, like steer with one hand with cruise control on and then use the other. I get my dominant hand to then grab my mug at that point. But that's where the aim mode is quite useful. Set myself up in a spot and just look around and clean away. Don't have to use the WASD keys at that point. Now I'm gonna have to go back over this to pick up some extra bits, I'm sure. So it's just so nitpicky in this map. I really hope the subway map is not like this in terms of the inconsistency and the nitpickiness, because it's gonna be so tedious if it is. Okay. So, concrete floor trim is separate. Let's just do that the whole way along. Nice. Tiled floor. What have I missed? Little bits, mostly around the edges. Right, some of the stuff I would have to just get right down up close to actually see that I've missed it at all. It's not even showing up against the reflection, really. Ah, it's just so nitpicky. It's almost like there's big bits that are like underneath where the sinks are or something that they forgot to remove. So it counts against you, so that's why you have to get it so uber precise everywhere else. Because it's making up for a larger bit. It's honestly what it feels like. It doesn't help that the dirt, when you do hit tab to show it up, it's always the same orange color. It doesn't apply like a contrast tint or anything for this, there we go, for the surface that you're dealing with. So when it's against that orange tiling, you just can't see it. So you can't even tell where it's dirty. Steel girder is almost done as well. It's coming up quite nice, isn't it? Well, kind of, yeah. Yes. Yep, there's my alarm for 1 o'clock. I will be back again shortly. Right, where were we? Turbo nozzle, that's right, I was going to do the skylight things. Right, it's got most of these. I feel like they're almost not quite as bad as they were on the other side. Okay, yeah, that was super generous. Seriously? Seems very inconsistent. It was so much more demanding on the other side. Oh, I'll take it. That, or maybe on the other side I was just doing the... can't remember, maybe I just did the red instead of the turbo straight away. The turbo does get more coverage. Okay, so just doing it from this angle now. Yeah, this one's not just dinging immediately, that's for sure. There we go. Oh, what next? Let's just do the larger features, get these walls done, I guess. At least this side. There's mold at the bottom. Ew. Right, and then this one I guess, which again looks like it probably has some mold on it. No? Good. Well, I guess we can just start by doing the urinals over here anyway. Let's try and clear away this bloody graffiti. This is so annoying. Because there's nothing I can I like stand on this? Not really, can I? No. There's nothing I can perch on that lets me get a better angle. Like it slips right across that. It's so annoying. Yeah, this one's just going to be tedious, isn't it? I guess we can turbo and hope for the best. No. Wait. Okay, well I got the drain, but we're just going to have to pogo. We're just Commander Keen at this point. It's going to be really annoying just to finish off the last bits of this when it requires getting up the back side of that. So the fact they don't even give you just your little step just to move around and just stand on, because that would make it so much easier just to have just a foot high, just a little extra elevation would make a world of difference for that. And like getting into the sinks and stuff like that, it's really weird that they don't give you... Okay, they're just going to be super generous instead to compensate. I don't agree with that. Like, I appreciate it in the moment, but I don't agree with that. That's not how you get around bad design. When you've been super picky about the little mold spots and stuff everywhere else. Yeah, there was big spots, and this is a smaller feature than one of those big walls. There was big spots still on it, and they just go, oh no, you can have that. And yet on the wall, it's like, but there's a tiny little bit that you haven't got yet. Yeah, they really didn't have anyone do a sort of QA run across these maps, I feel. Just to make sure that there was consistency. It's a bit of a shame. I mean, once you've done the level, you can then just move on and ignore it and forget that it ever happened. And like I said earlier, a lot of it is just because I'm doing it with this challenge aspect of using the basic washer, I'm running into all of these issues that you wouldn't normally have if you were following the gameplay progression and buying things as they unlocked and had all of the washers available. But this is an extreme example of what you would have to put up with. But it is highlighting the inconsistencies that are there. And you know, it's with the multiplayer especially, it's entirely feasible that you might be joining in a host and doing a level like this, and you don't have any of the upgrades because you've not been playing it yourself to get rewards and stuff. Yeah, see, it had so much still left there. So it's entirely feasible, really. Like I was thinking, oh no, you know, you wouldn't get to the stage of the game and only be having the basic stuff, but actually, in multiplayer, it's entirely likely. So I retract my earlier statement and my understanding of where they're coming from and reinforce the fact that no, it's stupid. You should not be having inconsistencies. At least these bits aren't as bad in terms of mold. But the urinal still hasn't dinged for some reason. Ah, there we go. Just a little bit up top. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Nice. See, the rust I can fully appreciate. And it's consistently applied. Every single one of the footplates has a decent amount of rust that I have to clear away. And that is perfectly reasonable. Ding, ding, ding. And there's the base. Way, this way. Yes. Still felt a bit forgiving that one, but now I've got the mold again. Gross. Okay. Well, let's just get underneath the lip first, because that's why we're crouched. We'll do that for this one as well. And up. Okay. Now we just do up, down, up, down, up, down. We'll see how forgiving it is. That'll be the interesting thing. Now the bottom is also just the main urinal bit instead of the ledge. Put on the top there as well. And see, now it's being demanding. It wasn't for the top, but it is for the bottom. So what bits have I missed anyway? So there we go. Just a tiny little bit there. And yet there was big bits of graffiti that it allowed me to have on the top. I guess if you were playing multiplayer, then someone has to have already gotten to this point in the career in order to have this map being played. So it's a case of, if you don't have the good stuff, you just go over things with what you've got, and then you just leave it to the host to come back and clean everything else. But you can do like all the tunnels and the large surfaces, and at least expose where there's lots of mold and rust and stuff, and then just let the host come along and clean up the rest of it. Okay, and once again we have a bit of a scavenger hunt for all the little bits that I've missed. Let's just do the metal bit first. We'll let all of the streaks dry on that, so that way it's easy to see where I've missed instead of it being disguised by where I've recently been. So that's always a bit tricky. Okay. Seam. There we go. Right, well, that's all the urinals done now, I believe. Let's just do the floor. May as well. We'll just end up with these cubicles, and then we can work our way through the pedestals. Thankfully, this doesn't have a ton of mold on it, unlike the other half. I'll probably still say that I've missed a bunch because I've just probably half not overlapped or something, but okay. Yep, there's some obvious streaks that I've missed. They might have been disguised by shadows when I went across the first time. Yeah, it correlates with where those are. Okay, and now what have I missed? Oop. Let's get really up close and personal, shall we? See if I can find where the bits are that I've missed based on the reflections. There's a bit there. There we go. Oh god, look at the graffiti in here. Oh no. Okay. Hinges. Oh, and there's mold on the cistern, apparently. Okay. Is this going to be a new longest level? It's hard to tell with the treetop one, because I had to split it over 2 sessions. I do wonder whether I should actually just download the footage instead of straight exporting so that I can edit that all together. By the time anyone's watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see whether that's what I did or not. But I had to record it in multiple sessions. Kinda want to put it together as one though. Just cut out the breaks is what I usually do, so that way I can see just from video timestamp how long a level approximately took. Just having to get so close to these things is really annoying. There we go. Okay, let's just do yellow first. Because if it's just some graffiti, actually, because the graffiti was in the other cubicle, if this one isn't too bad, then that'll be nice to just not have to worry about using the red. The cistern had a bit of mold on it, but the wall might not. That would be good. So far, so lucky. Yet still, I've managed to miss some. Okay, whatever. I thought I was getting stuff on the other wall, but that worked. Can't touch this. I mean, with the right nozzle I can. Da 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 do. Da. Da da da. Can't touch this. Brilliant. For the greater good, apparently. Okay. And then there's some teasers of like the mermaid or the mer people. Right, can't touch this. We'll see about that. Turns out, I can. XVII. Is this the 17th level or something? I don't think so. I think we're quite a bit further along than that. Nice. Oh, that was the volcano exploding. Interesting. Sorry mate, your helmet is gone. Something about a fish as well. That's weird. Don't remember any fish being related to the volcano. Gonna ding anytime soon? Not gonna be as generous as with the urinal toppers, it seems. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to go over. There's the little bits next to some of the graffiti that I missed, I guess. I've just got to tidy up on. Yeah. Just can't even tell. Like, the reflection does not even really show. Some random bits down here that are being obscured by the reflections, looks like. You're gonna ding for me anytime soon? No? I don't even see... Oh, there's a few spots. There we go. A few little spots. Spots. I don't see any highlights when I hit tab now on that wall, but it has still not given it to me. Let's just get like right in the corners, apparently. Super nitpicky. Just need to go super slow and just use the tile lines as reference and just go back and forth and just do a few at a time and just, yeah, just take it super slow so I don't end up scavenger hunting later. Get into the corners. Right, now let's just work away with this one. Get right up to the corner again. Now we'll just work our way down this side. Oh, yeah, haven't even finished the hinges yet. The beat makes me want to go faster with the washer, but I need to just take it slowly. And still not quite precise enough. Okay. I thought I was doing well there. There we go. Just a few little bits. Right. Do one. Next one's even worse. Okay, well, let's do this wall bit and these hinges as well. I don't know what I'm missing on the bottom one. Oh, the inside. Looks like, probably. Turbo. Evened out. Still not giving it to me? There we go. That was weird. It's like I was hitting exactly the same thing, but it was just looking at it made a difference. Weird. Okay, that's the hinges. Do this side of this wall. And this should be this bit. Maybe. Nope, doesn't want to give it to me. Okay. Ooh. Oh great, this even has graffiti on the roof. That's ambitious. Oh, this is just one big door frame. And you still don't want to give it to me? Alright. Good job. Good job. Thank you, I know. Makes a weird dull sound on that stuff. Okay, so what is there that still needs to be done on this cubicle wall? It's just the weird angles and like gaps and stuff, I'm guessing, isn't it? Oh, looks like there's a bit of mold or something on the side, perhaps. There we go. Is there something up on this one then? Or is it on the other side still? And ditto this one. Small little bits in the corners. Oh yeah. Right on the edges there. And then something along the top up here maybe? No? Nothing that stands out. Ah, yeah, there's a little lip there. Okay. Time to get this ceiling clean first. Except for the graffiti. Damn you, son. Right. Come on, system. There we go. Thank you. Oh, all the graffiti. System pipe. Yay, thank you. Good. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, okay, I kind of appreciate the nose, the light switch being the nose of the face. It's kind of funny. Conduit. Oh, the light is also something, it seems. It's weird. Someone had fun with the graffiti in this room, that's for sure. Okay. That's the worst of it off, and now let's just get rid of Zoidberg here. And the sun. Okay, good. And let's just take it slowly and just do it gradually. Try and clear it away bit by bit. And I've already missed bits, even though I was taking it slowly. This graffiti is tenacious. To be fair, I don't need really to be doing it completely with the red because the graffiti is just some parts of it, so I can do yellow over the most part and then just go over the graffiti with the red again later, maybe. Though I do see that there's actually some bits right in the corners and right down the bottom, which is going to prevent me digging it anyway, so whatever. Dear. Okay, so that one got done. Let's get rid of Mr. Good Job over here. What else am I missing on that wall? Because that seems pretty clean to me, but apparently I've missed something. Was it on... No, it's not on the side. No.
I just want to go back.
I'm not seeing anything. Gets to the point of I don't know whether or not something is still needing to be cleaned or if it's a spot on my monitor. And it should never come down to that. But hey, we'll just go over this again, because why not? There we go. Whatever it was, we got it. We couldn't see it, but we got it. Time to get rid of Mr. Mustache. Give him a bit of a shave there. Now, light switch was done. That's good. And just as easy, just the whole thing instead of focusing on just the graffiti, because it seems we're going to need to go over the whole wall again anyway. Just using the edges of the tiles as reference basically to try and just go down like a half or even a third of a tile at a time. Four-star would go again. Okay. Zygold. Okay. Is that someone's name or? Oh, thank goodness for that. Being methodical did pay off. I didn't have to go hunting afterwards. This one is just much larger bits of graffiti, so I don't feel as bad about just doing return my cat. What is the mere bean in here? And then we've got a sperm whale and a giant squid. Okay. Yeah, rather than just trying to follow the lines, I think we just broad strokes. So that way we don't need to worry about just missing little bits because we're just going over the whole area. And we still miss bits down the bottom. Yes, there's even like little bits that aren't actually part of the graffiti that are just off to the side, it seems. And that's what I've been missing a lot of the time. There we go. Was mildly forgiving at least. Yeah, I kind of like the dude peeking out from behind the cistern pipe. Okay, let's get all of these, whatever they are. Weird tags, some sort of skeletal fish. A dog, maybe? Okay, mister. Away you go. There's a bit of mold up there as well while I'm at it. Just blip him out of existence. Basically like a laser printer, except all I'm printing is clean. And still not apparently done to satisfaction. Okay, so what bits have I missed? I'm sure there's just little... Ah, there's bits right in behind the cistern there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's get rid of the... Clean the floor. We're hoping to get to the point now, soon, very soon. We're 98% done. The last 3 items that should come up on our checklist should be toilet seats, toilets, and something else. 3 toilet related things. Oh, lids. I think toilet lid. Hey, Oracle of Pages, welcome, welcome. Okay, so that was the floor done. We don't have the checklist that we were expecting, so that means we've missed something else. So let's find out what it is. Cubicle door frames, apparently, and lights. So, cubicle door frame. You, apparently. Okay. And a light. Not you, not you, not you, not you. Nor you, nor you. Or you, or you, or you, so you? No. Oh, one of the ones in the entrances? No, you're done. Whee! So you can run awfully fast in this list. Okay, this one. Apparently the very first one I didn't completely clean. But what isn't clean about... Oh, okay, just a little bit around the rim. So it was just wanting a bit of rim job. Okay, there we go. So, toilets, toilet lids, toilet seats. Now, from what I vaguely remember, the idea is you can leave the gnome as it is. And you just wanted to do them in reverse order, I think. Or at the very least, the last one that you should clean, because there's an achievement related to finishing this map and cleaning the toilets last. If you leave the final toilet that's the closest to the entrance until last, that seemed to give the achievement. That's what gave me the achievement, at least. So, yeah. I hope that'll work. Did it in the wrong order? Yeah, it took me about 3 tries, which was really annoying. Because I worked away from the entrance first of all. I also don't know whether or not doing it in, like, different sequences makes any difference. Because I think I basically did, like, all the lids, all the seats, and then all of the just toilets specifically. Doesn't help that it just doesn't want to clean it for you sometimes as well. And I have no idea what I'm still missing. It's probably because the gnome's in the way. Come on. Give me the ding. Give me the ding. It's probably on a weird angle of having to look under the seat or something. Oh yeah, it's under the seat. Yeah. This map, man, this map. It's so annoying. The fact that some of the things are really forgiving and others... Okay, let's just get you out of there. Yeah, there we go. I want to put him face down, like he... No, that'll... No, it won't do. I want you to do that. No. It annoys me that it doesn't rotate as you rotate, and you can't, like, middle mouse to rotate like you do any other object. I want to put you head first into the toilet. You need to do that. Oh. Hey! That's what we wanted. I can rest now. So do the lids, do the seats. Yeah, before I reset my progress, just after the full release, I went through and tried to get every achievement, all of the levels that had been, like, because all the levels I'd already done, but they only had the achievements on full release. So I was going back and trying to get them all. And this one, I thought I did it properly, but I went from like 1, 2, 3, 4 and left the gnome toilet until last, and it didn't give me the achievement. And then I can't remember what I tried next, because I'm sure it took me like a couple of goes to get. And at that stage there was nothing online to like tell you what you had to do. So I posted on a guide in order to prevent others going through the same pain, basically. These toilets, man, so annoying. Because I can't even see the angle that I'm missing. It would be less annoying, there we go. It would be less annoying if you could interact with the seats as well. So that you could actually, like, put the seat up. Would be nice. You know, like you can on a toilet. There's the seat, but not the lid, apparently. There we go, there's the lid. That, and then crouch a bit. Get a bit of an angle in the bowl. And you just get too close to it, so you can't even spray into it properly as well, as the other thing. Okay. Last one. And yeah, for this one, same sort of thing. So final toilet, I did the lid first, the seat second, and then the bowl. And that's what gave me the achievement. Your mileage may vary. It should hopefully be the same for everyone, but I don't know. And this bowl somehow has mold on it, so I have to use the red because the yellow won't clear it. And then the water jet does weird things when I get too close to it. Boing. Boing. Come on. Come on. So close. It shows like there's lots still to have to clean. That's the... Ah, it's around the front there. Oh, these are so annoying. Ian, just let me put the seat up, man. Just let me put the seat up. Seeing if I can, like, turbo my way underneath it. Yeah, but it's this angle that I need, right? Oh, there's some bits on the outside, actually. And I can see the black under there. There we go. God, that was a slog. Such a long job with the basic washer. There's so much mold, rust, and graffiti that just takes forever to shift. Yep. Would recommend using the Pro or the Heavy Duty. Okay, let's just watch that, shall we? That took a long time, and you don't even get to see the end either because we did the cubicles last. Ah dear. Well, we're done. There you go, now the Helter Skelter. Yeah, now's where we start just getting like one job at a time, which is kind of annoying. Instead of having multiple and being able to just do like a short job here and there, it's kind of annoying.